Making Money with Gary. Today is November 2nd, 2024. And I'm out here in one of my secret honey hole picking spots, picking longleaf pine needles. And why am I picking these longleaf pine needles? I sell them on the internet. And what do I make on them? I average around $27 a pound. And how long have I been doing this? For 4.5 years. And where am I doing this at? I'm in South Carolina. And this is one of my secret honey hole picking spots about 2 miles away from the house, possibly 2 to 3 miles away from the house. And I've been out here for a little over, over 2.5 hours. Almost 3 hours, but not quite. And what did I make today? What did I pick today? I picked 8 pounds. And how much is that worth? 8 pounds of longleaf pine needles? 27 a pound times 8. 200, and then 2 times 8, 16, $216. I picked today $216 in longleaf pine needles profit in my pocket. When I sell these, I'm going to make that. And what's the gross on these? The gross on these, that's the net, $216. That's what I make after paying the website and after paying for shipping and sales tax. Now, the gross on them is $41 times 8. So it's $123 and, wait a minute, sorry, $164, because 40 times 4 is, $164 times 2, $328. $328 gross and $216 in my pocket. That's what I picked today. Now, don't forget, guys, what I got to do with these is I have to soak them in water, agitate them, shake them around, and in the water I put a shot glass of vinegar and I put a little bit of soap, a little squirt of dish soap. And what does that do? It kills the insects. It kills any fungus on them, or if there is any fungus on them. And what does that do? That makes them ready to use. Even though the people that get them normally soak them in warm water before they use them to make them as malleable as possible, to weave their baskets, to weave their door wreaths, to weave their placemats, to weave their mats they hang on walls, to make brooms, to make decorations, to make plant holders that hold a plant pot you could hang it on the ceiling. All these things are made with these longleaf pine needles. Native American Indians have been using these longleaf pine needles for hundreds of years. They weave stuff with them and they sell stuff. And there's a lot of people that do this. I mail these all over the country. They go from Texas, California, up to Oregon, back to here, the East Coast of Maine, down to Florida, right here in South Carolina, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York City. I mail these everywhere. Well, look, guys, I'm going to tell you how long these are. They range in length. I pick them from 12 inches on up to 20 and over inches. Yes, that's how long they are. Here's my shoe. My shoe's a size 13. Now, if you look at my shoe next to these pine needles here, my shoe is 13 inches long. These pine needles are around 15 inches. Now look, guys, this is a $13 bundle here. I'm going to grab it and show it to you. This is $13 worth. That's $13. That bundle is $13. It's around 8 ounces. Actually, to get technical, it's $13 and change. But, okay, I'm making myself dizzy. Here we go. That's in the bag. Now look at the bag. It's almost to the top. That's an 8-pound bag, guys. 8-pound bag. 8-pound bag. See the bag? See that? That's 8 pounds of longleaf pine needles. $216 profit once I sell them. Now look, guys, I want to tell you what I sold today real quick. I sold two 3.5 pound orders. $80 profit each. 80 and 80 is $160. And I sold one 1 pound order, $27 profit, $187. So I made $187 today, and I sold a total of, the gross amount would be $40 for the 1 pound order, or $41 for the 1 pound order, $110 for each 3.5 pound order, $110, $220, and one is $40, $260 gross. $187 in my pocket, $260 gross. Okay, that's what I made today. And this is what I picked today right here. I picked $216, which I didn't sell yet. Now, like I said, I have to soak them, and then I have to put them out to dry for 24 hours. They have to really dry up good. Then I bundle them. Or sometimes I'll bundle them first and then put them out to dry. I put them in front of a fan. I'll put them in front of a heater. You got to watch they don't go on fire if they're in your house. So really what you want to do is put a fan on them. Or if you do have a heater, have it far away from them. Watch these things. If you do have a fan in front, whatever you have, make sure they don't blow. Cover them. Put a stick across them or something so they can't blow with the fan on. If you have a heater, watch them. Be very careful. Only leave it on for a couple hours. And make sure you can see what's going on. And I've been doing this 4.5 years. I haven't had a fire or anything like that. And most of the time, I just dry them in front of a fan. I barely use a heater, only in a freezing cold winter. And I dry them outside. I have a lot of different techniques for drying them. And I move about 100 pounds a month. And when I move 100 pounds a month, I'm making in my pocket $2,700. I'm making a gross of around $4,100. And there are times when I sell 150 pounds in a month. I have done that. And 150 pounds in a month would be like 6,000 gross. And it would be 6,000 gross and 4,000 in my pocket. So look, guys, not only do I sell these, I sell vintage books. I go out to stores and I buy books. I buy vintage books. I buy books that are 20 years older or more. I buy them in thrift stores. I look for books that are very collectible. I try to get books in the best condition I could possibly get them in. Then I put them up in my store and I put them up for sale. I have over 1,900 items in my store. How do I spell the name of my store? Is E as in Eddie, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, Y as in yarn. Essie, that's the name of the store. I'm on that website, and I've been there 4.5 years. I also sell on eBay. I also sell on a couple other websites, but I don't have a lot of products. I have 1 or 2 items. My main site is the SE website, and I've been on that for 4.5 years. Almost really going on 5. And there's money to be made in these Longleaf pine needles. There's tons of people. I have a big, large clientele. I have a lot of customers. I've been doing this for a long time. I have a lot of people that buy them. Now look, guys, it's election year. This year is election year, 2024. So what happens during the election, some of you guys that might be watching this video might also be selling online and wondering why I'm busy and you're slow. Well, actually, let me tell you something. I am slow. I've been getting little spurts. But for me, my slow might be your busy, so I don't know. But you got to think of this. I got over 1,900 items on the internet in one store, one location. I also backlink to different sites. I have tons of backlinks going back to my store. And I've been doing this for 4.5 years. So I have a lot of steady clientele. I have people that keep coming back and buying over and over. So, but I am slow. It is slow. Even my steady clientele is slow. But what's going to happen is right after the election, it's going to kick in again like wildfire, and it's going to go. And so whatever you're doing, whatever you're selling now, don't get nervous. It's an election year. Every time we have an election year, every 4 years, it gets slow. This is what happens during the election time. Right around after the 5th, the 6th, 7th of the month, it's going to kick in and go back to normal. once we know who the president is, it's going to kick in and go back to normal. So look, guys, there's money to be made in this. If you're thinking of doing it, go right ahead and do it. I don't mind competition. Competition don't hurt. I see them come, I see them go. I seen people retire out of the competition. I seen new ones come and try it out and not, for some reason, get out of it, one or another. But I see people come and go all the time. So I'm pretty steady. I'm the steady man that just does this over and over again. And I've been doing it, like I said, 4.5 years. And the books I started a little over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And I was selling other things, car parts and a lot of different things. But look, guys, you could sell these Longleaf pine needles. And not only that, this is November now. You come out here and pick the seeds and sell the seeds. The seeds come out of these, oh wow. I'm trying to find a good one. And I know I'm not going to, so. The pine cones, each pine cone will hold 150 seeds. And forget this one, but on these little platforms in here, I'm shaking one. There's a seed on each one. It looks like a little leaf, and there's 150 in a pine cone. They sell between 50 cents and $1 each. People buy them. People buy the seeds. Now I've done it. It took two. I mean, you could go out, get a bunch of them, put them in a bag, put them in a refrigerator. It'll stay good for 6 months. Put them in the bottom of your refrigerator where you put your apples, oranges, and all this stuff. And they'll put them in a bag, paper bag so they get air. And not a plastic bag. They'll stay good for like 6 months. And you could sell them 10 at a time, 20 at a time, charge 50 cents each, do the numbers, charge them for the stamp and the envelope. And I've done it. I made a couple hundred a month doing it. I don't have the time to do that, but it is, for somebody that wants to make a little extra money, you could do that. It's easy to do. You could sell them on any platform. Don't have to be Etsy. You could sell them on eBay, Amazon, wherever you're at, you could sell them. And I've done that. I sold the trees too. The Longleaf pine trees sell for, Lowe's and Home Depot sell them for $80 each. Plus, I think they charge shipping. I'm not sure. But I was selling them a couple of years ago for $40 each. Now, there's a lot of different things you could sell. You could sell lemon trees. You could sell lime trees. You could sell avocado trees. You grow them in your house if you're in a cold climate, and you could mail them out. You could sell them. You get $100 a tree. Once you get around 15 inches tall or 2 feet tall, you get about $100 a tree, and you price in your shipping. Okay, say the lowest you go is $80 a tree. What if you sell 10 of them in a couple of weeks? 10 times 80, $800 in your pocket. So there's money to be made out there. There's plenty of money to be made. You just got to think. You could do it. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I've been here for 2.5, almost 3 hours. I've been here for a while. I picked up a storm. I needed to pick these because I know I'm going to get hit. I'm going to get hit again. And my supply ran low. Selling what I just sold today. Where I sold 3.5 pounds, 7 pounds, and 1 pound, 8 pounds, plus the extra, about 9 pounds. I moved about 9 pounds today, and I picked 8 pounds. Oh yeah. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I picked around 8 and I moved around 9. And what did I make? I made 80. Oh, that's because when you sell large amounts, they sell for less. When you sell 3.5 pounds, they sell for around $23 a pound. When you sell them in the big bulk amounts. But I do 3.5 pounds, I do $80, $81, right around there. And out of 1 pound orders, which I get a lot of 1 pound orders, I get tons of 1 pound orders. A lot of people like to buy a little bit. I get a lot of 1.5 pound orders. They're all $27 profit off the 1 pound. And the 1 pound is actually 1 pound, 2 ounces. So I got 8 pounds here, and this is 186 worth if I sell them as 1 pound orders, which, you know, I could. Generally, how it works is it works like this, because I even sell smaller than 1 pound orders. I sell 10-ounce orders, I sell 11-ounce orders, I sell 14-ounce orders. So look, generally I average $27 a pound when it's all said and done. Because sometimes I make out on the shipping if they're not as far away, if they're close, if they're right here in the state. You know? So it all adds up. It all adds up to what I'm telling you is what I make. So, all right, guys. Over and out. I hope you have a good day, and don't forget to vote. It's real important to vote. You have to vote. Please vote. And I really don't want to say nothing because I don't want to take sides or nothing on this channel. So I'm not going to say nothing. Just get out and vote. Whoever you're going to vote for, watch, pay attention, and vote. Okay? All right, guys. Over and out.